down at Apache Village RV Center here with Adam Clark. We're standing outside the 2024 Fleetwood Bounder 35K. This is a brand we've had in stock at Apache Village now for what? How long have you been selling Bounders? Early 2000s?
20 years-ish, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. The Bounder had its 35th anniversary a couple model years ago, so it's a name that's been around the industry for a while. Very high quality gas coach built on a Ford chassis. We're going to let Adam do a quick walk around the outside and then show you the interior.
All right, let's just jump right into it. For 24, we changed our whole front end of the motorhome. We used to have the old, just standard bus style looking front end. We went to a more modern look front end, all full body paint up front. We do the clear bra across the whole front of this. So therefore, if we get going down the road, no rock chips or bugs or anything like that are going to come up here and chip this beautiful paint that we have on the front end of it. Speaking of paint, all Bounders, all Fleetwood motorhomes, 3 coats of paint per color. So if there's 4 colors, you got 12 coats of paint. Then we do 2 coats of clear over the top of every single motorhome. Fleetwood's the only manufacturer that's doing that besides your big high-end $1 million coaches, but we won't get into that today. So when you run by your hand down the side of them, you don't feel all of those lines that are on the side of the coach because of 1 coat of clear in all these different coats of paint. So therefore, when we go through and do it, we cut and buff it and make it feel nice and smooth. But then moving back towards the back, 22.5-inch Alcoa wheels, standard on all your Bounders across the board. Different size chassis, depends on the size of the coach itself. Majority of them are all in their 26,000 pound chassis. Ford Triton V8, 7.3 liter, what, 420 foot-pounds of torque, I think, and 320 horsepower, somewhere in that ballpark. I forget the exact numbers, but I can get that to you.
We'll flash those up on the screen for you.
Then coming through here, one thing that Fleetwood is known for is their Power Bridge platform that we build. We're the only ones that build our own chassis on top of the actual frame of the motorhome. And the reason we do that is it allows us to get more space inside of our compartments. We get anywhere from 8 to 12 inches height difference of more space inside of our compartment compared to our competitors. So therefore, it's going to allow you to throw that pop-up tent up top there, your big lawn chairs. You now have to worry about what can we put inside of here. But then all of our bays are rotocast plastic with the black drain holes. So therefore, when we go through and we set our stuff in there, you're going to pull those drain plugs out when it's dirty. We're going to hose it out. You don't have to worry about carpet, wood, or anything like that. When you look at our competitors, they all have that because they want to use it for insulation and sound. Here, we're doing it for easy convenience for you guys.
Yeah, and this pass-through is pretty unique. In a lot of gas coaches, you just have a partition right here. You don't have anything. Literally, this ABS plastic just comes straight up to the floor, and you don't have any space to put anything in here. So that's pretty unique for a gas coach.
And the reason Fleetwood is doing this is, I'm going to get into this, and it's called our interlocking wall to floor and our interlocking roof to wall system. We'll put a picture of it on this link because of what Fleetwood does, because our coach is no more than 1/10 of an inch off from being perfectly level front to back, but then also no more than 1/8 of an inch off from being perfectly square corner to corner. And the reason that has to be that precise is this wall literally slides into the floor. It's all forged aluminum, so it slides in this way, opposed to building the floor and then setting your wall on top of it and then screwing up from the bottom. Well, we all know what happens with gravity. Those screws are going to come down. This is actually slid onto the wall, or onto the floor, then we screw through the side here. If we took this trim off, you'd see there's a handful of screws that are down there. They actually literally hold this wall onto my floor because it interlocks. Then our roof actually will sit down on top of that wall, and it's got a piece of forged aluminum that goes over the top of it like this. So everybody always worries about water. Here we kind of don't have to worry about water, because if water gets in this wall, it's literally defying gravity. It has to go past the aluminum, then goes back up over the top of the wall to come back inside of it. It doesn't happen. If water's doing that, I don't want to be in a motorhome or anything anywhere except besides my basement.
Problems.
Then, on top of all this, our outside fiberglass, 3/16-inch thick piece of fiberglass. There is no wood behind this wall, all right? We've been doing this since 2004, and we have yet to have a delamination problem since 2004 when Fleetwood changed this. No one else does this. Why? Because it costs too much money to do this. And then we will vacuum bond our sidewalls, like us, Jayco, I think there's only a handful of other manufacturers that are out there using vacuum bonding because it costs so much for us to do this. So this wall sits in a machine for anywhere from 16 to 20 minutes under, 144 tons of pressure, and sucks all the air out of it at the same time. So when you go up and you bang on it, It's solid. It doesn't sound hollow. So all aluminum frame baggage compartment doors, all aluminum fronts on all your baggage compartments. We swing them open to the side to make it easier for you to load all your stuff inside of them. Yes, some of our other ones flip up. Therefore, you don't have to worry about your gas shocks over time getting cold and that door coming back down on your head. All of ours will swing open from the side. All right. It's
just easier to load it, period. You know, you don't have to crawl under here and have that over your head and stuff.
We do have our little doggy leash here. Remember to grab your dog when you're leaving.
Cool.
2024, we went to tankless water heaters. So now mom can sit there and take a 20-minute steam bath, or dad, whoever may want to. We don't have to worry about anything of that sort. Then moving back this way, we're gonna have our 26-gallon propane tank. Then we're gonna have 2 more pass-through storage back here in the back. The ladder there is gonna be your extension ladder for the back of the motorhome, because we went to a full rear cap. When we did that, we wanted to keep it nice and clean, but then also to have visibility to all your lights that are on the back of it. And the reason we would go up so high on these is when you're towing a car, you can't see these lights on my competitor. I don't have one here. So I'd say let's go look at one back. Their lights are so low and they're so close that you can't see them if you're towing a car. So Fleetwood puts their lights up high, so that way everybody behind you can see their car or see that you're stopping. Rear camera on the back of them, 5,000 towing capacity. That's going to fluctuate a little bit between different chassis. We're going to get up to 7,500 pounds, but again, it just depends on the actual camper itself, on which one it is.
This is a nice feature too, kind of having your fuel right here instead of on one side or the other, so you can pull up to a gas pump and not have the issue of having, will it reach the gas pump or reach the fuel tank. So it's cool that they put it on the back there.
So we're going to use our other bounder that's here as a little bit of explanation. So on the back, 50 amp power cord reel. Everybody knows that 50 amp cords are no fun to deal with in general. Now we're actually putting them on a power reel, so when we go through and leave, I'm going to hit a button on the side of this. I'm going to retract this cord, and I don't have to worry about finding a spot for it to actually go or a bin, and then when it's cold, that cord doesn't want to roll up at all. So nice retractable reel that's there. Built-in surge protector on all your standard bounders. And then we're going to have our wet bay, city water connection, black tank flush. Back in the back corner, there's a filter that's back there. That's a whole house water filtration system. So every ounce of water that comes from shower, toilet, sinks, it's all filtered. And then you got your easy access to your black and gray valves that are here. One thing with this is you will have a partial heat from your actual furnace. There's a line that's way back in there that's pumping heat into this bay. If we get into cold extreme temperatures, you have an outlet here for a portable ceramic heater. That's why we have an outlet in a wet bay, and everybody's like, why would you do that? And that's why. So shoot, 2 weeks ago, we had 0 degree temperatures here in St. Louis, which is unheard of. But I can plug in a ceramic heater here, put it here, and I'm going to keep these valves. That's our weakest link on this whole system, are these 2 valves, because there's 2 rubber grommets on either side of that gate valve, and that's what freezes and cracks, and that's what creates leaks. It's going to be tough to, go through and freeze 50 gallons of water in a short period of time. Those valves are what's going to actually go through and crack. So that's why we have an outlet there for a ceramic heater. All right, walking into this guy, the great thing with this is our first step going into the coach literally has all 4 of your batteries inside of it. There's 4 6-volt batteries that are for your coach. I'm not going into a compartment and trying to figure out, trying to test a battery, a thing of that sort. So it's all right here for easy access for us. Bunch of switches from here. Interior lights, entry step lights, all lights, slide outs in and out, awning in and out, battery disconnects, and then more light switches here. All of these switches are going to be actually into this precision circuit that we have here, which is going to go through and allow you to do everything on the coach through there from a switch, or if you really want to get technical, we can download the app and we can use our phone. I know a lot of us are tech savvy, so I'm going to grab my phone, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to run my slide outs out, I'm going to run my awnings out, make sure that I'm not hitting anything when I'm running my slide outs out. All right, then also up top here, you're gonna have another slide out switch for the slide there. So I have a bunch of switches for my slide outs if for some odd reason one switch isn't working or anything of that sort. Magna inverter. All your coaches are gonna come with a 2000 pure sine wave inverter. And then what that's gonna do is give us power for our refrigerator, microwave, TV, and the outlets next to the bed while we're going down the road without running the generator or without being plugged in. So if we're traveling overnight, and we need a CPAP machine. I have the capability of running that CPAP machine without running the generator, so it makes it a little more convenient for you guys. This coach, 35K, bath and a half, one of the best selling floor plans that's been out there forever. We put the drop down bed on this, so therefore now grandma and grandpa want to have the grandkids come with us. I can have the drop down bed here. We have 500 pound weight capacity on the top bed that's up here. As soon as this drops down, my lights come on. We have a ladder that's in the back for the kids to climb up here and sleep up here. Storage bins all the way around. The 2 cabinet doors that are by the TV, they actually slide towards the TV, so therefore they don't have to swing open. We don't have to worry about the actual bed breaking them when we're bringing this bed back up. Bringing it back up, you'll see that we have the 1 seat swivel. Driver's seat will swivel as well. Passenger seat has a recliner, so the passenger seat does get a little bit spoiled because we do have the recliner that's on that side. 24, we changed our dash a little bit as well. We have 2 monitors. One's going to be for our cameras. As you notice, the backup camera is on. Then we have the other one that's over here for our radio. It is all built in with Apple CarPlay, Google Android, I think is what it is, Android, whatever they have. Then also this one being a 24, we actually have this big black box that's on the front end of this. Right up there. What that's going to be is it has the adaptive cruise control that's on the front of this, and then also it's going to have lane sensing. So when we start veering to one side of the lane or another, it's going to beep at you, and then it's also going to want to bring the coach back to the center of the lane. So therefore it doesn't fully steer the coach, but it's going to let you know that, hey, we're getting out of our lane, so therefore let's get back into our lane, and that way we're a lot safer for us when we're going down the road. Also, when we change our dash, we have a wireless charger right inside here, so going down the road, if you want, you can throw your phone in there, have it charging, and you're good to go. All right, and then also another little storage compartment here. Then whoever's co-pilot, this will lift up, swing out, and they can have their map there. If we use a road atlas, I do. I'm old school. I like them. They never fail me. All right, and then we've got.
They work when you don't have service?
Yeah, an atlas. Who would have thought that, right? Just not how to flip the page. Coming back through here, if you notice, no carpet except for the slide floor, and I'll get into that here in 1 second. So all your tile that's on the floor is actually individually tile. There's a box of extras that are in the actual basement. So if we ever drop something on these and we damage one of the tiles, I can pop one of these up and put a new one that back down really easy. We use the carpet on the slide box. Why? Insulation. We use the actual padding underneath of it, and then we use the carpet as an insulator because our floors aren't as thick as our actual floors on the coach. So therefore I don't need that cold air to come up through the bottom of that floor, and we're sitting at the booth. I'm like, why are my feet always cold? Well, this is why we don't do it. So that's why we use carpet. All your windows have the day-night shade. So you have your day shade here, pull that down, then your night shade, and then pull your day shade. All crank out windows. They're all dual pane. So for now, it's nice because I go through and it starts raining and we're out hiking, biking, what have you. I don't have to worry about water pouring in my windows like we used to on our old big slider windows. We do get enough ventilation through these. I open this up, I can feel the air coming through here because our main entry door is open. All right, so go through and close this back up.
And you have your wonderful fan up here too. It basically functions like an attic fan. So that's nice to have with the frameless windows. Creates a little bit more airflow. There you go.
All right, so this coach, we ordered this one with the regular dinette booth. This does fold down, make into a bed. This has a dream dinette. So we flip a lever, push this straight down. Gonna grab this little handle here, slide down, and you'll do that for both of them. Therefore, we're not trying to figure out how the cushions are going to stay together. These are actually all attached to it, all metal framed and everything that sort. So when we're going down and sleeping in it, the cushions aren't going to be moving on the kids while they're sleeping. Also, if you notice, you see 2 seat belts under here. This booth actually has 4 seat belts. 2 here, 2 here. All right, seat belt my recliner. Seatbelt my other recliner. Wherever Fleetwood puts a butt, we put a seatbelt, except the toilet.
Okay? We'll write them about that.
Don't need any toilet there. All right, so now on the front we have the big full extension drawers. So 4-sided plywood drawers. So it makes it easy for us to get the storage that's inside there. So I don't have to worry about moving the cushions out of the way, or if one of the kids is sleeping there, I don't have to get them up. We ordered this with the power recliners. We can get this with a trifold sofa, so there's just different options for people that are out there. But then we have storage in all the armrests and the center armrest that's there. And then you have the light and then the power seats, which these will lay almost completely flat. So if we do mom or dad wants to sleep in a recliner, dad's snoring, you can bring him out here and he can lay on a little bit of an angle.
There you go.
And not have to worry about, you know, snoring anymore. And we still have room to walk by.
Toast your feet next to the fireplace too.
Cozy's gonna get toasted. But then we do have a fireplace. It's a full 5,000 BTU heater. It will help warm the coach up. I've done tests with these 5,000 BTU heaters, and they actually work like a champ inside a coach like this, especially on like early spring, late fall. I don't have to run the furnace. I can turn that on, and therefore it's going to heat the whole coach that's inside here. But then TV, residential refrigerator, 2 air conditioners. I'm going to get into a little bit of what Fleetwood does on their air conditioners. We do 2 ACs, 15 in the front, 13.5 right here. If you notice, they're both up here in the living room. Everyone's like, why? We take that sound away from the bedroom in the back. Some people like the white noise, some people don't. Fleetwood doesn't want that white noise in the bedroom. They want that a little bit quieter so people can sleep. But if you notice, our ductwork is right down the middle of this whole coach. There's not any out here on the outsides of the coach. The reason we do that is you're going to get a lot more airflow coming out of each vent because you have less restriction. But then also when the slide out is in, our competitors put their vents that are here. You got the grandkids, kids, you got people back here and it's 90 degrees in the summertime. You turn your air conditioner on, that air is just dumping on top of this slide box. They're going to be complaining that it's hot back here. It's like, why are we doing this? Well, it's a little bit more expensive for us to run one ductwork all the way down the center, but I'm keeping everybody cool while we're actually going down the road. In the kitchen, we went to a full tile backsplash. It's real tile. And then we went to a bigger window inside here. Let's see, here we go. What it is 12-inch tall by about 48 inches long. So whoever is doing dishes, cooking, they can keep an eye on the kids outside. So therefore we don't have to worry about missing them if they're doing something, or if they're riding their bikes and they fall off, we can, you know, go out and help them out. And then full solid stone countertops with the undermount stainless steel sinks. It's a dual bowl sink that's inside there. Then walking back here, we have the half bath. Again, 35K is the bath and half floor plan. Another attic fan. So if you turn the one on in the kitchen, this one on here, and you turn the one on in the bed in the back bathroom, you're gonna have a lot of airflow going through here. But then walking back into the bedroom, king size bed, windows on either side of the bed to give us the airflow at night. All your 110 outlets have the USB ports on them already. Then one thing that Fleetwood started doing is, if you notice there's a cutaway here, it turns on a light and there's an outlet in there. That's for a CPAP machine. So therefore when we're going and we're sleeping, I don't have to worry about having a nightstand or my CPAP machine sitting here. I'm having it up there. It's out of the way. It's in its own compartment. And then the hoses can come down to whoever needs it to sleep at night. And on the one side of the bed that Fleetwood does do is they'll actually put a generator switch down there. And the reason they do that is we do have quiet time at campgrounds. All of a sudden we notice, oh, it's 10:30 and we're going to bed. We forgot to turn the generator off. I don't have to walk all the way back up to the front of the motorhome to turn off. I can literally just hit it from right here. Then behind John, we're gonna have one big closet that's here. It's cedar lined, so it helps pull the moisture out and not smelling. Then back behind your TV, you're gonna have more storage, but then you have notice it's all your fuses. The Lumiplex is partnered with that precision circuit that's up front, so if we ever have an issue, this is where we tell our customers to go, tell us what it's doing, and then we walk them right through what we need to do to get them taken care of while they're out camping. 6 drawers down here, 2 more cabinet doors over there, and then this one has 2 big drawers that are going to slide out here. This, if you notice with this cabinet how it comes out and it's off the ground and it doesn't go all the way to the ground. Why is that? One, it's for our washer dryer. So it's prepped for a combo washer dryer. All my lines are inside here. I don't have to worry about, you know, having them out and open. But the reason that this is up off the ground, same with that cabinet, it is a true 72 by 80 king size bed. So if you want to replace it, go to the mattress store and buy your own mattress. You don't have to get an RV mattress made, you know, for thousands and thousands of dollars. Then more storage up top here. Then back in the back, you got the full one-piece ABS tower. Yep, you're gonna take a tower, shower surround. So therefore it keeps everything nice and clean. It helps make it easy for us to clean, but then also when you're in here using it, you don't have seams along the bottom where most of our competitors use. They'll have put a shower basin that's there, and then they put their wall on top of it, and water can get there. This is all sealed up around here, so I mean, you sit here and bang on this, it's all full ABS, so we don't have to worry about anything of that sort. Then we have the seat there for the guys if they want to shave their legs. You can put your foot up there and, you know, shave away if you like. But then another big linen closet inside your bathroom. Tons of countertop space. 4 more drawers, and then you got your big medicine cabinet that's there with another cabinet that's on the side there, and another attic fan. So
should be worth mentioning too, these have max air covers because we did not open this. This has been open for who knows how long. So we just found that this was open, but our max air cover is keeping water from getting in, which is great.
Perfect.
Thank God.
We don't have to worry about that. But then also with that, with the tankless water heater, you can literally take a 20-minute steam bath if you wanted to, and turn that on, leave it open, and therefore it's going to pull all that heat and moisture outside of the bathroom, so it's not sitting inside here. But then our storage underneath our bed, you know, standard on all your guys there. But that's our 35K, you know, in a nutshell, guys. You know, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to call, ask for me. I'm Adam. I've got 24 years of experience here now. But yeah, that's what we're here to do and help you guys out. We look forward to seeing you in the future.